Today's lesson is solving equations with variables on both sides. So, there are a couple things that you need to remember about these lessons. Step 1 is combine like terms on same side if needed. Step 1, combine like terms on same side. Step 2, distribute. Now we're going to add a next step. Step 3. I'm going to take smaller variable and bring to larger variable. That could be by adding or subtracting, not sure which. Step 4, big chance is going to be add or subtract. And then step 5 will be multiply or divide. So let's look at it. So let's look at A. I have combined like terms on the same side, so I look on the same sides. There are no like terms. I do not have to distribute, but I do have to take a smaller variable and to the larger variable. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I'd rather not have a negative variable. Now, I have no problem if you want to take the bigger variable and bring it to the smaller. It does not matter which. You'll still get the same answer either way you look at it. I have no problem with that. So I'm going to take my 4a and I look at the sign in front of 4a, and that 4a has a hidden positive sign, so I'm going to subtract 4a to both sides. So 9a minus 4a is 5a, and then I bring down everything else that I have not used. Now I have a two-step equation. We have done two-step equations before. So step 4 says add or subtract, and my adding or subtracting is the 2 is adding to 5a, so I'm going to subtract 2. So it's going to be 5a equals negative 20. Then I'm going to divide by 5. So a equals negative 4. B, I have 4x plus 4 and 2x plus 3. I have no like terms on the same side, and I don't have to distribute, but I do have to take the smaller variable and bring it to the larger variable. Well, 2x is smaller than 4x, so I'm going to subtract 2x to both sides. So it's going to be 2x plus 4 equals 36. Subtract 4. So 2x equals 32. Divide by 2. X equals 16. C, I have negative 15 plus 6b equals negative 8b plus 13. Well, negative 8b is smaller than 6b, so I'm going to get rid of it and bring it over, so it's going to be plus 8b to both sides. Again, remember, I want positive exponents. It's so much easier, especially when we get into inequalities. so it's going to be negative 15 plus 8b plus 6b is 14b equals 13. Add 15 to both sides. 14b equals 28. Divide by 14. B equals 2. I'd like you to try D and E by yourself. Put me on pause. Check and see if you did it correctly when you are finished. So my answers are y equals 1. I did leave it 1y equals 1. Also that works. And then when I was finished with E, it was negative 12 equals x. Again, remember you could do it other ways, but you should still get negative 12 and 1 for your answers on both of those. All right, so let's look at example 2. Now remember, we have to go by the order of what I said. So like terms first. So do I see any like terms? No, I don't. Can I distribute anything? Yes, I can. On this one, I can distribute the negative 3. Oh, for some reason it didn't take it first, so let me try the pen first and then distribute. Okay, so I'm going to distribute the negative 3, so negative 3 times 2q is negative 6q, and negative 3 times negative 1 is positive 3 equals 15. Now I have a two-step equation because I have no like terms on that. So I have minus 3, so negative 6q equals 12. Divide by negative 6. So q equals negative 2. B. Ooh, this one's interesting. I have two sets of distributing. So I'm going to distribute the 6 on the first part. So 6 times g is 6g. And 6 times 3 is 18. And then the negative 2. So negative 2 times g is negative 2g. And negative 2 times 31 is negative 62. Now, there are no like terms on both sides, so can't do that one. But next I can is add the smaller variable over to the bigger. So I'm going to add 2g to the 6g. So it's going to be 8g plus 18 equals negative 62. And then I have a two-step equation now, so I can do minus 18 to both sides. So that's going to be negative 80 divided by 8. So g equals negative 10. C. I'm going to distribute the 3 first. So it's going to be 6y minus 0.9. Yep. Equals 19.4 minus y. Now you can do it two ways. You can get rid of the 0.4. We've done this before in our other our decimals. So I'm going to get rid of them by multiplying by 10. So it's going to be 60y minus 9 equals 194 minus 10y. I'm going to add 10y to both sides. 70y minus 9 equals 194. 94. Add 9. 70y equals 194 plus 9 equals 203 divided by 70. Divided by 70, y equals 2.9. All right, this one. Whew, this one has both distributing and like numbers on the same side. So I can distribute the 2. So it's going to be negative 2y plus negative, let's take away the plus sign. Minus 12 equals, I have 1y plus 2y, makes it 3y plus 3. So notice I put the like terms together at the same time. That is fine. You could do it together or separately. I don't care. It's up to you. Now I've done both the like terms and the distributing. And then I'm going to bring the smaller variable over to the bigger variable. So it's going to be negative 12. Notice I left the minus sign with a 12. Equals 5y plus 3, then subtract 3. So it's negative 15 equals 5y, divide by 5. So it's going to be negative 3 equals y. I'd like you to try E by yourself. Put me on pause, check and see if you did it correctly. Alright, so on E, P equals negative 2. Right. F. Kara leaves home on her bicycle, riding at a steady rate of 8 miles per hour. Her friend Stacy leaves Kara's home on her bicycle half an hour later, following Kara's route. Stacy rides a steady rate of 12 miles per hour. How long after Kara leaves home will Stacy catch up? Alright, so Kara rides at 8 miles per hour. And her friend Stacy leaves 12 miles per hour at half an hour after her. So that's the reason why it's x minus 1/2. And this is the equation it would look like. So we're going to distribute the 12. So it's going to be 8x equals 12x minus 6. This time 8x is lonely, so you have to bring it over. The 12x over. So it's going to be negative 4x equals negative 6 divided by negative 4. So x equals 6/4. Or 1 2/4, which is 1 1/2. All right. Goodbye.